Are you going to come sit?
Okay. Welcome. We are a couple minutes early. Hi, Christy. So that means, can you see me? You can see me. You can see him. This is Yoda, everyone. Oh, and Val just asked. This is Yoda. He's our rescue kitty. Oh, the big yawn. Oh, hi. He's 5 years old. And we've only had him, I don't know, like a month or more. You can come sit. Oh, I'm getting a cat in my lap. So it's kind of a big deal that he's coming to sit with me. Oh, Justine. Yeah, I've had that happen in my programs and stuff like that where other cats are responding. Yeah, sorry. Oh, he's being so cute right now. So this is, where are we? We are in brain boosting desk breaks, which I need because it's been back to back sessions. You think it'd be easier online, when you're in person and you got to run to another room and hit the bathroom, and it's still tricky online too to fit it all in. So you guys are hearing me and seeing me okay. I know that because you can hear the meowing of the kitty. I'm going to take a little look at my look. Cheers. It's coffee. I don't know if I really need more coffee, but I hope you guys are having a fabulous festival so far. So it is top of the hour. So let's get going. Just rushing around. Okay, we're good. So you know what? Val's asking if anyone else, if anyone got this mug or a different year. I have two. I don't know what the other year is though. I'm not sure if there's a year written on the other one, but love my mug. Okay. Welcome to the Fit to Write channel. And this is brain boosting desk breaks. Actually, it is how to write more with brain boosting desk breaks. So if that's what you wanted to be in, you're in the right place. And we will get started. I am going to share my screen because I have slides. I have pretty slides I made. So it's not going to come up right in the background real quick. I'm going to have to fix that. There we go. Oh, well, it messed up on me there. Oh, I know why. Hold on, you guys. Like I said, just got one presentation that went late, and then so you can ignore all this stuff for now. Oh, come on. That's a little better, right? So this is what we're talking about. Oh, come on. Again, if you wanted to be in Write More with brain boosting desk breaks, you are in the right place. I'm going to try and make this so that I know that my little window covers up for you guys. So hopefully that will help a little bit. It says Write More with brain boosting desk breaks. Okay. I'm going to keep the chat open. You guys feel free to chat to each other. Make sure that your chat is set to everyone and not hosts and panelists. If it says to hosts and panelists, that means I'm the only one that's seeing it. So make sure it says everyone so that we can interact with each other as we go through this. Definitely take notes if you want to, but two things. I'm going to, tech allowing, have a replay of this available on my YouTube channel, Fit to Write Family, after this is over, after the weekend is over. I also have a free guide that is basically this, that I will give you guys a link to as well. So if you don't get to take lots of notes or whatever, I got you covered. I got you. So this is what we're covering in this session. So I'm just opening all my screens. We're talking about body movement, posture correction, and brain boosters. And we're going to do a desk break together, which probably at this time is going to be so good because we've been busy at other sessions, right? So hi, I'm Sandra Wickham. If you don't know me, oh my goodness. I am an author. That is my book, actually. It is in the virtual dealer room under nonfiction. I'm an athlete. So I was a fitness competitor for many years, 15-ish years. I was a pro athlete for 4 of those years. I also have my black belt. I am the founder of Fit to Write and also the mother of this adorable little guy. And because of him, I'm a Down syndrome advocate. And the reason why that's important, or that's why I'm mentioning it, is because a lot of these brain boosting things I'm going to talk about came about because I learned ahead of time that my child was going to have Down syndrome. I did a lot of research on brain development and brain things. And it turns out that a lot of the things that we do for kids, when they're young, or for kids with special needs, also works for us. So let's get into movement and why we want to do this. So it's more than just keeping from getting too stiff. So I think that's what most people think when they need a break. Oh, I just need to get up and move around a little bit. And I'm kind of assuming that because you're taking time out to be at a whole session about this, you get it, that it's more than just like, I'm stiff, I need to move, right? Oxygen is not just important for your body. So they used to think up until I think it was in the 90s that oxygen's, only function was really for your body to operate properly. But what they've learned is our brains need it to function properly. So moving, getting oxygen flowing is super important for your brain. Getting up, having regular scheduled breaks to move around is so important so that we don't get tight in our lower back and in our hips and in our shoulders. If we are in pain, how are we going to write? Right? So let's talk about movement as far as moving as you're working. So people have standing desks, they have sitting desks, and there's even treadmill desks and stationary bike desks now. Excuse me. So the thing about standing versus sitting. Okay, first thing. If anyone tells you that they swear by one of these things only, and that's the only way to go, don't believe them, because everyone's different. And that's absolutely not true, that one is superior to another. Okay. Standing versus sitting. When I was competing in fitness competitions, I went to an incredibly smart physiotherapist and chiropractor, same person. He was both of those things. And I asked him about this, what's better, standing or sitting desk? And he said, well, you can have bad posture sitting or standing. I was like, of course. Just because you're standing up doesn't mean that your posture is correct. And it's so much better for you, because you can be slumped over when you're standing too, or you can be slumped over when you're sitting like I am right now. I'm kind of slumped because the cat's on my lap, but I'm trying not to disturb him. So the best thing he said was to alternate between those two. So if you're lucky enough, does anyone here have one of those desks? It's either the whole desk moves up and down, or you have one of those things like platforms that helps you move up and down. That's an excellent way to do it. Are you guys still hearing me? I'm not seeing any chat. It's making me nervous. Oh, here we go. Okay. Bad posture. Yes. We need to know about this, and everything's good. Okay, good. Sometimes I get nervous when the chat's quiet. So now I'm going to rant off about treadmill desks. I have an issue with treadmill desks because unless that treadmill is set up so that the keyboard is way underneath you, I know you guys can't really see me, but most of them, you would be reaching out like this, right? I'm sorry, I can't move much because of my cat. This is not how we're meant to walk. Our bodies are not meant to walk like a zombie. That's going to cause you more problems in the long run for your back and your hips and everything, because it's not a functional way. Okay. If that keyboard would have to be so that your arms were at 90 degrees, which is pretty darn hard to do and still walk. Okay. My advice, if that's the only time you can get any exercise at all, fine. My advice to you is write and go for a walk separately. Stationary bike, same kind of idea. It's a little better because you're stationary and just your legs are moving. but it's still not the best for your posture and will probably end up causing more problems. So just, I think we'll get into more into posture later. Yes. So when you're doing these desk breaks, not only can you do movement and get oxygen flowing, you can also use them to improve your posture and boost your brain. So let's talk about posture. And I said this already because it's so important. If we're in pain from sitting or standing improperly, or all the things that can cause us pain in our lives, how are we going to write? Pain is extremely distracting. And that is not your fault. Writing is hard on our bodies. We are not really meant to be sitting at a desk for hours on end. It is not good for our body. You can just see what I just did, right? This is what happens. And unfortunately, it is pervasive in our lives, like driving, on the phone, laptop, everything. Ugh, that's not how it's meant to be. Writing is hard on our bodies, and we kind of need to counterbalance that. So let's talk about workstation setup. I bet you didn't know we were going to be talking about this in a desk break thing, but it's important. So ideally, think 90-degree angles. Your legs should be at 90 degrees. So your knees, your legs should be at 90 degrees. Your arms should be at 90 degrees. So your arms, I know I can't turn and show you because of my cat. Your arm should be straight down, elbows pointing down towards the ground. And then your arm at 90 degrees as you're typing. That's not a good example, but you can imagine, right? 90 degrees, 90 degrees. If you need to prop up your feet to get your legs at 90 degrees, do that. I have something under my feet right now. It's actually my yoga block, so that my legs are at 90 degrees. I have my mouse standing. Good. So if you're standing, stack your bones. So if you're standing at a standing desk, same things apply. Arms at 90 degrees, but your legs are straight, obviously. Standing properly, you should be stacked. Our skeletons are meant to be stacked on top of each other. So the bones stacked on top of each other. So head back over your clavicle, your shoulders, right? If you're standing up, your shoulders should be over your hips should be over your knees over your ankles, right? Oh, what is this? This is my last session. They just told me that it's been recorded. So that's cool. That's how we need to stand and have your arms at 90 degrees if you're doing a stand-up desk, okay? I line to, right now, I have my laptop on two different things to raise it up so that my screen is at eye level. That's what you want, which I know is not what we do, right? Usually the laptop's on the desk, or your screen is down here and you're like this. So what's that doing, right? Screen at eye level. That's one of the toughest ones, I think, to do. I would like to use a separate keyboard. I'm actually getting one. That's funny that you say that, because I am getting one. Because it's hard, because right now my laptop is up for this, so I can look straight ahead and be up tall, but I couldn't type because my arms aren't 90 degrees. My arms are more like T-Rexes, right? So I compromise and go kind of in between, but I am getting a separate keyboard for that reason. Ooh, we are going to get to these postural correction exercises, but this is just to tell you that this is an excellent, easy thing you can do. Put them right into your little desk breaks. When you're getting your movement, it might as well be movement that's good for your posture, as well as stretches to help with the pain. So a lot of times that's going to mean stretching hips, stretching chest and shoulders, to try and correct our posture, but we're going to get into that as well. You can definitely have a break without even getting up. I mean, getting up is a great option, but if you just take a few minutes, even, you can do them sitting down as well. Okay, this is getting into the fun stuff, the brain boosters. So let's boost our brains. So here's the thing. Even when I had my kiddo, the thinking was that our brains only grow in the first 3 years of life and the synapses all develop and then you're done. Well, they've found out that is not true. We can still create new brain synapses at any age. I am 50. I hope I can get some more because I could use some more. So brain training is for everyone, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So an excellent way to do brain training is cross-lateral exercises. And the reason for that is it helps to bring your left and right hemispheres of the brain together. Neuroplasticity, that's right. Don says hooray for neuroplasticity. Yeah. So we're trying to help our left and right side of our brains to work better together. And you can do that by simple cross-lateral exercises. And we are going to do some of those. Here's a great one. I love this one. And I tell my clients this all the time. Simply using the opposite side that you're used to is going to give your brain a boost. So anything that you're not used to, brush your teeth with the opposite hand. Shovel the snow. I know it's not snow time right now, but both with the different hands on top. It's going to feel weird, but not only is it going to boost your brain because your brain's like, what the heck? It's also going to help save injury because you're not doing it repetitive on one side. When I sweep the house, I actually I have forgotten which is my regular way to sweep because I switch so often. It's like it's almost like I'm like kayaking or something because I change the hand position so much when I'm sweeping. It's good for your brain. It's good for your body, right? So it's not so repetitive. I just love that one. So in a simple desk break, we can achieve all these things. We can re-energize, work on posture, and boost our brains. Okay, so you're like, okay, that sounds great. What do we do? I'm going to get you guys to do these. So this is not our official desk break. These are just if you want to try these out as I go through them all. Shoulder rolls. Oh, the kitty's going to get upset with me. Arms down at your side. You can do this along with me now if you want, or you can just, hang out. But basically, shoulder rolls like that. My back between my shoulder blades just cracked just from doing that. So having your arms down at your side and sorry, kitty, and making it as big a circle as you can. So back as far as you can, up, forward, and down as far as you can. And everyone's going to have a different range of motion. If you're brand new to doing this, your range of motion might be small just because the muscles are tight and you're stiff. Then do the same thing the other direction. So going backwards. So you go up as high as you can, back and down, and forward as far as you can. So don't just kind of go like that. You want to really push that. My arms are not hanging down because of the cat, but normally you would just let your arms hang down at your side. There's some other ones too that are similar movements. So arm circles. We will probably be doing this one later. I'm going to get you will just take your arms. I'm going to try and show you out to your side with your thumbs facing forward. Can you see that? So both arms out, thumbs forward. I have to back up when we do our break. Make sure you have space. And you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades back as hard as you can. And then do little arm circles from there. Both arms. So, sorry, kitty. You're squeezing the shoulder blades back. The big thing about that, oh, look, I got a Facebook notification. Squeezing your shoulders back so that you could squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades almost. Okay. The problem with our posture, and there he goes. Well, now I can move around. The cat just left me. Sorry, buddy. One of the big problems with our posture is from sitting on our desks, in between our shoulder blades gets super weak because it's overstretched. Okay. So we're like this. This part of your body, sorry, I turned from the microphone. That part of your body gets super weak because it's overstretched all the time. So by squeezing your shoulder blades together, we're working on strengthening that area. So imagine if your muscles are weak back there, how are you going to be up like this if they're weak, right? So we got to work on strengthening that. And then the other problem is that these muscles tighten up and shorten, like they get tight, right? So we have to work on opening this and strengthening the back. Okay, got me? Make sense? I'm gonna Oh, look at this interesting comment about this sea squirt. Stops moving, it brain dissolves. Nice. I like that. Our brains need movement. I like that. So the full arm circle, I know you can't see me, is like this. So my arm is moving forward in little tiny circles from my shoulder. My shoulder blades stay locked together. And then the other way to do it is to turn your thumb backwards and do circles backwards. So good for opening up the chest and shoulders, strengthening the back. With the shoulder rolls and the arm circles, I always say to people to do the backward movement last. So go forward first and then go backwards, because then you're more likely to kind of like stay in that backward position. Okay. It's a lot. There's a lot of these, you guys. A Y to W. That's all it is. So if you're used to the gym, if you've gone to the gym and you do pull downs, it's similar to that. And I know it's not the right pull of gravity, etc., but it's the same idea. Opening up the chest and shoulders and squeezing your shoulder blades. So you start with your arms in a Y, shoulders down away from your ears. So how do we know which way is forward and backward? I know because you're doing circles, right? You'll know if you try. So forward is that way. Backward is back that way. Does that make sense? I totally know what you're saying. If you do it, you'll get it. So we've got that one. Oh, chin back. This seems like a simple thing, but everyone has forward head posture, including me, and I work on it. So we're like this, right? We're not supposed to be like that. Our head is supposed to be over top of our chest in line with our clavicles. So just the movement of pulling your chin back, you're going to feel that on the back of your neck, very likely, because everyone has forward head posture. Again, from doing everything, driving, phone. So that the chin pull back is simply just pulling it, like you're going to feel it. What else we got? Shoulder shrugs. This again, yeah, double chin. That's right. Get that double chin in. Shoulder shrugs, keeping your shoulders back. So if you see people do these in the gym and they're like, they've got these big heavy weights and they're like, okay, that's not what we want. That's just perpetuating the forward, right? You got to be act like that. So ideally for shoulder shrugs, you would be against a wall and try this sometime. Go against a wall, keep your shoulders back against the wall the whole time as you lift your shoulders. It's really hard, but that's how our bodies are supposed to function. So that's going to help open up the chest and strengthen the back as well. This is one, again, because of our neck forward posture that causes so much pain in our neck, and just think like our bodies are out of alignment. So it causes pain everywhere, right? So again, having your chin back and doing the side stretches is going to help with your posture, because it's going to help get into those necks, into your neck muscle. Chest stretch. Again, we got to open up our chest because so many of us are like this. I don't know if you can feel it or if you've been trying to sit up tall this whole talk, but you can probably feel how this is tight in here, right? And again, that's from always being like this. So a good chest stretch, nice, easy one is just you can do this sitting down, depending on your desk chair, but just reaching behind you, clasping your hands together, and don't lift up. We used to do that like in the olden days. We used to lift up. It's not actually good for your shoulders. So all you're going to do is press to the ground. That way. I hope my mic is good enough. You guys can still hear me. So you're pushing down that way. Okay, so that's one. If you have a narrow back on your chair, you could probably do it just in your chair, or you can stand up and do it. I get so excited about this stuff, you guys. Oh, okay. This pat yourself on the back because you deserve it, because you should. That's actually just like a tricep stretch. So just like it says, pat yourself on the back. So that's stretching through the arm, opening up your chest, and you can add a little bit more resistance like that. So again, pat yourself on the back, but I'm not bringing my shoulder up towards my ear. Shoulder down back. Pat yourself on the back because you deserve it. Okay, hip stretch. This one, I mean sitting, because you could do this lying down as well. If you are at Yoga for Creativity or the stretch we did it. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. Basically just crossing your leg over. So ankle over the other knee. I should have planned for more visuals here. So just like that. And depending on your flexibility, just sitting up tall. This might be enough of a stretch. Or you can come forward with your stomach first and then your chest. So it's not, we're not trying to get our head. I hope you guys can still hear me on the mic. You're not trying to get your head down to your leg. You're actually trying to get like this part of your body closer to the leg. So as I'm stretching, I'm kind of still really long, and you're going to feel that in the hip, and our hips get so tight from sitting. And a seated twist. This is an easy one. Both feet on the floor. Again, I'm going to use my little foot rest because I'm short. You're just going to, just opposite hand on the knee. And then you can use the back of your chair. Again, depends what kind of chair you have though, right? And then just twist gently. And in the stretch we did this morning, I really emphasize this as well. Don't just crank yourself into the twist. Use your abdominals first. So like turn from the waist first, then the chest, then the shoulders. And if you're still okay, you can look. Sorry, I'm used to having my mic here when I'm doing stretching. I forgot. So hopefully you heard that. Turn from the waist first, then the chest, then the shoulders, then your neck, if it's okay. How long should you hold each stretch? Now, this is a bit controversial. I'll tell you why, because a lot of the physio people will say that you need to hold a stretch for a minute or more to have the stretch be effective, okay, to actually let those muscles stretch out. However, from my point of view, it's better to do a little bit than not do it at all. And there's other people who would say that's not good either because you need to hold it or it's useless. Like there's different opinions, right? But my thinking is we're moving, we're stretching a little bit. We're not taking an hour to work on our stretching. You know what I mean? We want a desk break. We want a break. We want to do, if you have the time, yeah, you can hold each stretch for a minute or two. But if you don't, just that movement is going to help, right? Excellent question. 30 seconds surprises me too, Justine, but that's good. But I mean, she might not be in that camp of you need to hold it for at least a minute or it's not effective, right? Like I am not. I used to I can kick myself in the head and I don't hold my stretches for a minute. Yeah. And that's also what my smart physio, Cairo, would tell me more times in a day for less amount of time. People have different opinions. Like even the professionals have different opinions. Okay. So then this is still movement, some of them, but this is when you can use the movement along with the brain training. So opposite knee lift, super easy, you guys. All it is, opposite arm, opposite leg is really what I guess it should be called. But so you're just lifting opposite and then switching. I know I need a bigger camera, sorry. So you're doing opposite knee, opposite. The other thing you can do is actually cross over and do like an elbow to the knee. And you can do this sitting or you can do it standing, right? This is one of the most basic like brain gym things that they have kids do on brain breaks in school and stuff like that. So you're doing the crossing over of the body to help with the left and right hemispheres. And we're moving, we're stretching, and we're having fun. Okay. Oh, okay. So now we are getting to some of the brain boosting ones. I love these. Okay. Yes, these brain things are going to test your coordination. Like, remember this, the pat your tummy. Oh, sorry, pat your tummy. I can't even say it. Pat your head, rub your tummy. That's what this is this stuff. So the nose ear switch one. Y'all can try this. So I'm going to get you to hold your nose with one hand and then hold your ear like that. And then you're going to switch. I'm cheating because I can see myself. So ear switch. Now, here comes the real part. So as you're doing this, one of your arms is always on top. Oh yeah, watch out for your headphones. You can just hold your headphones. You know what? You can even just like pat your head. Hold the headphones. So one arm is always on top, right? So in my case right now, it's always my ear one that's on top. That's just natural for me. So that's just naturally what I did. So I want you to switch that. So Now the arm that's on top has to be my nose. And then switch. There, once you get it going, it's a little easier. So there. Okay, so that's the nose ear switch. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, another one that is good for cross lateral movement is doing a figure 8, or actually an infinity sign in front of you. So clasping your hands, or you can do it like this too. I've seen people do it without clasping, but I find it easier to clasp hands. And you just draw a figure 8 and you just kind of let your body move. So again, we're getting that little bit of twist in the lower back, a little bit of movement. And we are doing that cross lateral movement, and then go the other direction. And then there's another twist to this one. So if you're with me, I've got another twist for you. That was kind of an evil laugh I just did. So you got your hands clasped. I want you to separate your hands and then make sure the other thumb is on top when you put your hands together. How weird does that feel? Okay. This stuff, so great for our brains. And then you do the same thing. And that doesn't take us very long, right? She's like, that was weird. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. I love this stuff. Okay. So thumbs up point, that's all it is. So one hand is a thumbs up. The other hand, just a point. And then pretty much like as quick as you can, you switch. And it might seem easy at first, like go for it. Don't let this happen. It's not supposed to be this. So thumb, finger, switch. Oh, I got it. Nope, didn't. See? Okay. That's the thumbs up point. Hand to shoulder. This is another one that seems easy. So you're just like this, and you just touch your shoulders. But then the next time, you have to switch which hand's on top. Oh crap, I lost it already. Nope. There. So again, it's cross lateral, and it's also doing something that your brain isn't used to, because you do things naturally, right? Like I naturally would just do this. So if you do it the other way, there, it feels really weird. And again, we're moving and we're using our brains. I love it. Okay, so now we're gonna do one, which I didn't actually pre-plan. So I'm just gonna go back and we'll just pick some of our favorites. Okay, so how's our time? Oh, good. Okay, so we're gonna do a little desk break. This one will probably be like 10 minutes or so. But the cool thing about this is you can make them as long or as short as you want. Justine says, is it cheating to say left, right out loud when switching hands? No, I don't think so, because Christy says she did it too. That's just your way of getting your brain to cooperate, right? Which is still training your brain, which is a good thing. Okay, I'm excited. I'm not surprised that the cat left me after all this. So make sure that you have space, because I want you to do this with me now. Bring that mic closer. So give yourself some space. When I was doing online school with the kiddo, when I was basically his teacher, they'd play videos, and for the little kids, they would make them like put their arms out and swing them around to make sure they wouldn't hit anything. So that's what I want you to do. Just make sure you got some space around you. Okay. And we're going to stay sitting, because I think that's a good one to do. Basically anything that we're doing, you could also do standing, except for the stretch. Okay. So we're going to start with those shoulder rolls. We're not going to do every single thing on the list, but so I'm going to get you to roll your shoulders forward. We're going for it now. Big shoulder rolls. So again, as big a range of motion as you can get, that's going to help you more than if you're just kind of doing a little bit, right? It's like anything, the more you put in. This definitely helps with coordination during these brain exercises. So big shoulder rolls and nice deep breaths, because that's part of this too, right? Let's get that oxygen flowing through our body and to our brains. And then roll your shoulders back. Yeah, Nick says that's what makes it more fun, for at least for me. Yeah, if it was easy, it wouldn't be as fun, right? Big shoulder rolls. And then so this is going backwards. You're going to feel it. Awesome. I'm going to get you to try the arm circles. Do I have space? Barely. So again, because this is a really good one, I do it with my clients. Even in like, I put this kind of stuff into our workouts. So chest up, shoulders down and back, arms are out. So arms are coming straight out from your shoulder, parallel to the ground. I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see what I mean. So your arm is coming straight out like that. Thumbs forward to start. And squeeze your shoulder blades as hard as you can. Pretend you've got a pencil between your shoulder blades. And then you're just going to do little circles. Now, this is a great one to do as an example because you're going to feel this in the spots that are tight or weak. If it's like a lot of effort in your back to keep your shoulder blades squeezed, you're going to start to feel it in the back of your neck. So we're doing little tiny circles and we're breathing. And I used to use aerobics. Did I mention that? Okay, so then I'm going to try and get you guys to keep your arms up. And we're just going to flip our hands so our thumbs now point backwards. Got it? Chest up, shoulder blades squeezed, little circles backwards. You're going to feel this. So here's the thing. You're probably going to feel it in between your shoulder blades because it's hard. It's a lot of work to keep your shoulder blades squeezed. So don't let this happen. Don't let your shoulders come apart. Squeeze back. And we're doing the little circles. I almost guarantee you're going to feel this in the back of your neck. If anyone does not feel it in the back of your neck, when we're done, I want you to put that in the chat because this is what's helping with the forward head posture. So these arm circles backwards are actually trying to pull your head back into alignment over top of your body. And that's what we're feeling it in the back of our neck. Okay, we can stop that now. Oh, definitely normal to feel it in one side more than the other. Let's do our neck stretch now because I think we need it. So make sure your chin is back. Like this. And you're going to have to probably pull it back because again, we're most of us are forward. Pull your chin back. Leave your shoulders down. Drop your shoulders down. And then just tilt that ear towards your shoulder. So the more you tuck in your chin, the more you're going to feel it. And probably the trickier it's going to be. Right? Because this is easier. But that's what we don't want. And just hold there and breathe. Awesome. And then switch sides. And again, you probably feel this more on one side than the other. This is my bad side. Keep that chin tucked. Ear towards your shoulder. Shoulders down though. So we're not doing that. That's cheating. Awesome. Ooh. Okay, let's try the hip stretch because this one is so good. So the one I was showing where you cross your ankle over your knee. If you can't get to here, that's okay. You can always do like this. But hopefully we can at least flatten out our leg. Okay, and you're going to feel that in your hip. You're going to feel it. My calves are really tight. So I even feel that in my calf doing that. So then you can stay here, just stay up nice and tall. If you're feeling that stretch in your hip already, just stay there. Or you can start to come forward from the hips over top of your legs. And then definitely use your hands to support your body weight. We rarely want to do any forward bending without support. Because that's just too much strain on your lower back. So you wouldn't want to be like stretching out like this without, it's better if you put your hands down. And we're breathing and trying to let go of that tension in our hips. And then come on up and switch sides. And again, we are not usually very balanced. So you're going to feel it more on one side than the other. So again, you can just stay with your ankle over your knee. If you're feeling that in your hip, in your glutes, in your butt, just stay there. Or nice and tall, and you can lean. Oh my goodness. You're going to know, your body's going to tell you like, oh, okay, stop. That's the sign for stop. My kiddo is 7 and still mostly nonverbal. So we use sign language and sometimes I just do it without thinking, stop. You're going to feel it. Your body's going to be like, okay, that's good. It shouldn't be painful. Don't go to like, ow, 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 ow. Just go to where you feel it, where you feel it, where you're like, oh, okay, I can feel that. For lack of a better description, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, let's do one of our movement ones. Let's do the opposite knee, opposite leg. So a little coordination, a little brain boost. Lift one leg, one knee, opposite front, and then just switch. I had to make sure I was doing it opposite knee. If you're good here, if this is, easy, then you can do this one where you touch your knee and elbow, touch your elbow to your knee. Just do that a bunch of times. So again, we're moving, we're breathing, and this just happens to be excellent for our brains as well. And pacing, your own pace is fine. There's no rule about like how fast or how slow you want to do it. Awesome. So then at this point, I would probably, if it was my own desk break, I would probably take some deep breaths because that was kind of the movement part. And exhale, you can use your arms or not, whatever feels good to you. Lots of oxygen in. So a lot of times we just don't breathe enough, right? Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. I had to go to keep breathing. I had to go to a neurologist one time for something. And he said, based on your symptoms, you need to breathe more. I was like, what? That was it. Big breath in. Exhale. Because we don't do that enough breathing. Okay, so let's try. I think most of you guys tried these, these brain boosters, but let's, I have a new one for you. So let's do one of these and then one that I haven't told you about because it's kind of a secret one that I do with my clients, but I'll do it with you guys today. Let's try the infinities because those are so good. So clasping the hands and then just making infinity signs with your clasped hands. And again, this you can do as long or as little as you want. And then switch directions. And then if you didn't try this before, I want you to try it now. Unclasp your hands. Notice what thumb is on top. And then switch it so that the other thumb is on top and your hands are still clasped. And then do your figure eights again. Yes, keep breathing. Breathing is important. So you can see how this would get you more ready and more focused, right? And then switch. Awesome. And my shoulders are getting tired. That's good though. Shake it up. Okay, so the secret one I'm going to share with you guys that I usually only do with clients, but you guys are awesome. I'm so excited that you're all here, by the way. Like, I'm so glad that this topic has this many people. I'm very excited. We are going to play rock, scissors, paper against ourselves. Don't spill your drink, Judy says. So we're going to play rock, scissors, paper against ourselves and make it that your right hand wins. Do you guys know rock, paper, scissors? Does everybody know the rules? Oh my goodness. Do I have to go over them? Okay. Paper beats rock. Scissors beats paper. Rock beats scissors, right? Okay. So we're not doing lizard Spock because that gets too complicated. And also I kind of forget if lizard beats Spock and what lizard beats Spock, Spock beats. Anyway, yeah. So how often should you take desk breaks, sorry, as often as you feel like you need them? Like at least every hour. If you're sitting at a desk for like all day, at least every hour, but it's totally up to you. Even a couple times a day is good. I usually just do it by instinct and by feel. And sometimes it takes me a while to clue in too. If I'm just starting to like kind of, and the words aren't coming and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to take a break. So it can be just partly your instinct, right? Okay, let's do this. Rock, paper, scissors only because it gets too complicated with lizard Spock. So I'm going to call it 1, 2, 3, and your right hand has to win. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, do it again. Right hand wins. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now switch it up so that your left hand wins. Are you ready? Left hand has to win. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it took me an extra beat there. It's okay. 1, 2, 3. Left hand has to win. One more time. One more time. Left hand wins. If we were doing this longer, I could be like, left hand, right hand. Which one wins? Okay, ready? Left hand wins. 1, 2, 3. I screwed. Oh, I got it. I did get it. Okay. So, but you get the idea, right? Like that stuff just stimulates our brain like crazy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. And then I would just kind of, got any more kinks and then get back into it. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions. Oh yeah. And I do have a free guide for you guys. Oh, got a plug. This is my workbook for writers. And there are brain boosters in this. There's tons of stuff in here. Writing prompts, discovery questions. Actually, I'm doing a whole session on this tomorrow. Basically going through the stuff that's in the book. So we also have a Facebook group. If you like this kind of thing, I have a Facebook group called Fit to Write where I do desk breaks with people with the group. Randomly, we do writing prompts. We have writers come in and do workshops. I post recipes and health tips, stuff like that. Just in the groups thing, just search for Fit to Write and it'll pop up. This is my space that I'm just redoing right now. So, oh, Dawn, yeah, I did see you join the Facebook group. Thank you so much. I'm working on redoing my website, but that is it. Yes, yawning is usually an indication of not enough oxygen, Wendy. So Wendy says, I found I was yawning a lot during the desk break. That could be your body's reaction to needing the extra oxygen because you're moving and not getting enough. That's usually what they say yawning is about. Cool. Excellent question. So so I made one link because I realized with all the presentations that I'm doing, there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to hand out. So I just have this one link. It's just sandrawickham.com/WWC for One Words Collide. And there is a guide there that basically has everything in it that we did today. The brain boosting desk breaks and the productivity hacks for writers. Oh my gosh, which I'm doing next. Those are, you sign up for my mailing list with those ones. Don't worry, I barely send stuff out. So you will have to sign up with your email because that's just the way that it's set up, the system. But these other ones are just straight downloads from that page. So I think that's it. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, I did little arrows to show you that I got a little carried away with my slides. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, any questions, let me know. Or if you join the Facebook group, we can continue, these kind of chats. Yeah, any questions? Oh, you guys are so welcome. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Elizabeth, Dawn, Christy. Oh, everyone, Wendy, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I so appreciate you guys being here. Rod, thank you. Thanks, Mel. Oh, good. I'm going to see you tomorrow and more stuff. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are feeling good. Val says thumbs up. Awesome. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. You're so welcome. And tell Yoda. You mean this Yoda or my cat Yoda? Because, that's baby Yoda, right? And my cat's name is Yoda. So both, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, I'm going to take a minute to cool down after that big desk break. And have a fabulous rest of your festival. I am doing productivity hacks next, productivity hacks for writer, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to give myself a little break before that one comes on. I don't want to leave you guys. You're so fun. You're the best. Thank you. Thanks, Justine. And hopefully I will see you guys in another session this weekend, or I will see you online somewhere. Okay. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend. I got to stop screen sharing so I can find the button to end.